Hello and welcome to another episode of Culinarian Quests. Yay! Today, I did this on May 4th, kind of not realizing what day it was, because I wanted to do a May 4th Star Wars show episode for one of my other channels, but lost track of the days and time, so never had time to do that. And obviously this is going to be out a lot later than May 4th, so surprise! So today is pizza and wings. And the recipes are from the Star Wars The Ultimate Cookbook and Basics with Babish. And this was a 2-day process, simply because you have to get ready the pizza dough the day before. And I didn't show me or myself preparing the dough in this video. I am working on a full-on pizza only video where I show how I made it the first time and screwed it up the first time. So I will have that out whenever possible. So within a mixing bowl, preferably I do it by hand, put in 240 grams of bread flour, 2 teaspoons of instant dry yeast, 170 milliliters of water, 1 tablespoon of light olive oil, and 4 grams of salt. Now the book does go on a little bit more, but that is for afterwards. And like I said, I only did the dough for this recipe, which is the Babish pan pizza recipe. I actually really enjoy the dough. It's nice and simple to do. So throw it all together, mix it in by hand until it's nice and doughy, obviously. And I'm gonna put it in a slightly oiled, airtight container. Put it in the refrigerator for, it says for at least 8 hours and up to 24, which is why I say do it at a day ahead of time. That way it sits overnight and gives it time to rise and do what it needs to do. Now, if you're having trouble finding yeast, I found mine at Carnes or Wegmans and small 3 pre-packaged strips. They're already at 2 teaspoons a portion, so you don't need to worry about pre-measuring that. But if you do find like a big container of it that's in a plastic container, that's not a problem either. I just like the strip packets because it's so much easier. So after at least 8 hours or overnight, you're ready to make your pizza and wings. Turn your oven on and preheat it to, the book says 500, but because my oven is kind of I do about 400 to 450, and that just means I have to cook it just slightly longer than what the cookbook recommends. After you have your oven ready and it is warming up, you can get started on your wings, or you can wait till your oven says it's ready to go. But either way, what you'll need for the wings themselves are 2 pounds of the chicken wings, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 6 garlic cloves that you will be mincing, 2 teaspoons of ginger or powdered sugar because I didn't have ginger to mince, 1/3 cup of tamari sauce, 1/3 cup mirin, 1/3 cup of honey, 3 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 2 green onions that will be diced. And those are kind of optional, but they actually do add a good kick flavor, not like a kick, but a good flavor to your wings after you're done. Now I couldn't find any of the tamari sauce, so substituted it for oyster sauce, and that is a actual substitute that can be used for it if you can't find the actual ingredient itself. Now to start, I will say I didn't get actual chicken wings. The store I got them from, they did not look very good. They looked very dry and possibly overexposed to air. So instead I got 2 pounds of the chicken and the wings and thighs. And honestly, I don't think I missed out on too much because it was a good portion as it was when I served them. So step 1 is put your wings in a bowl, large mixing bowl, and put the baking soda in and stir them up well. Once again, I used my handy dandy glove because I'm gonna have to wash my hands 15 times during this. And get your wings all nice and situated and covered with the baking soda. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure why this step was necessary. If anyone listening can tell me the purpose behind this, I'd be grateful. Just again, because I've never seen this before, I never heard about it before, and just mildly curious. So after you're done putting your chicken in the baking soda, you're gonna set aside for about 10 minutes. Now this is where you can prep your dry ingredients and wet ingredients. So also looking at this footage, I remembered I did have garlic. I mean, not garlic, ginger. I think it was a different recipe I was looking for, ginger. But either way, this is a good time to set up the rest of your seasonings and your wet sauce. And that way you're not trying to get everything rushed. Here's me trying to fill in time. Anyway, yes, this would be a good time to mince your garlic, and skin your ginger and mince that up as well. I do have a mincer. I just decided to hand carve everything this time around. But yeah, if you have a mincer, go ahead and use that instead of your hands. Once you have your ginger and garlic minced up and ready to go, oil up a saute pan or a saucepan and put it on the stove because we are going to cook the ginger and garlic before anything else to get the flavor going and to open up, get it very aromatic, hence the name aromatic. Loralora Loralora wings. Loralora rings, whatever. Who cares? We're gonna put these on the pan and make it aromatic. So after giving your garlic and ginger a quick stir, letting the pan warm up to about a medium-high heat. I'm going to let that sit for about a minute or two, and again until it gets fragrance and it's cooked basically. And as you're doing that, put your wings in water, get some gloves ready, and just rinse the baking soda off. How I did that was just as you see, put them in the same bowl and just kind of gave it a nice little stir with my hands and drain the water out. After you're done with that, you're going to want to put them on a plate or a dry surface. You're going to want to put it on a paper towel surface. That way you can pat the chicken wings dry. I don't know if there's an issue if you can't get it completely dry or if you miss some nooks and crannies here and there, but do the best you can to get them as dry as possible. Once you have your wings nice and patted dry and your ginger and garlic are nicely cooked and aromatic, go ahead and throw your wings into the pan and get your sauce ready, because during this time you'll be cooking your wings till they're nice golden brown, and I would say mostly, if not partially, cooked all the way through. So when your wings are cooking, now would be a good time to mix up your wet sauce if you haven't already with the tamari or oyster sauce, mirin, honey, sesame oil, and black pepper. Put them all in a mixable cup or measuring cup as I did here, and unlike me, don't forget to stir it all together, because what I did was I just left it in, and when I went to pour it, I forgot to mix the whole mixture all together. But it still turned out okay. So now, as the wings are cooking and you are checking on them once in a while to make sure they don't get all burnt on the bottom, we're going to prepare the pizza. Our first step is obviously to prepare the toppings. In this case, I was doing half mushroom and spinach and pepperoni. And if I remember correctly, I did sausage as well. It's good to have a nice variety going, isn't it? Next, we get to the actual dough of the pizza. So after it's done sitting overnight, you're going to take some oil. In my case, I put probably either, well, judging from what happened afterwards, I don't think I put enough oil down there. But also keep in mind that the recipe I'm using was meant for a pan pizza, but I thought it turned out pretty well, despite the fact that some of the crust did stick to the bottom. And so, taking your dough out of the container, you are going to spread it out on either the pan pizza form you want to use, which is recommended as a 10-inch cast iron. Put on a preheated pizza stone like I have here on their in the oven that was set at 500. Or in my case, I'm going to mess around with it probably a little too much here on a stone itself. So make sure you get it how you would like to have it cooked, obviously. And once you have your dough situated in a manner that you are happy with, prepare your sauce. Now, Babish has a homemade custom sauce in his book as well with this pizza, and every pizza he has in the book, but I said earlier that I wasn't going to be doing the full thing. I was just using the dough recipe, so that's what I did. Using pre-made marinara sauce, unfortunately, and it's not that bad of a sauce either. Don't worry, one day I will be trying the sauce recipe that's in the book, but as for this meal, I was not prepared to do that. And once your sauce is layered in a fashion that you are happy with, I'm going to be saying that a couple more times probably, get your cheese and your other toppings on. Now, myself, I like a lot of cheese on mine, so I will always have most of my sauce, if not all the sauce, covered with lots and lots of cheese. Cheese grommet. And then, of course, after that, you get your toppings how you would like to have them situated. And once you have your toppings all set and ready to go, place your pizza within your nice, warm, and toasty oven. Whether it be an actual pizza oven or an oven, it's going to be, well, I don't know how long a pizza oven would be, but using a oven like I have, it's about 10 to 20, 30 minutes. But you want to make sure your dough is cooked all the way through before pulling it out. Last thing you want to make sure you do before everything is finished is get your green onions or chives chopped for your wings. Now it says dice, but basically you just want to cut the stems off into little coin-like shapes to sprinkle on top of the wings. And now your pizza and wings should be done and cooked. And slightly burnt and melted over the edge of the plate, making the oven stained with cheese. Yay! And after letting it cool for just about 30 or so seconds, maybe a minute or two, depending on how you like it, slice your pizza up into slices that you would prefer. In my case, usually it's about 4 slices up high. Have extreme difficulty trying to get it off the pizza stone because it's burnt on the edge. Realize how much dough has been left on the stone because of the lack of oil. Oh, this one was so bad, but it was all good in the end. Everything was very delicious and good. After you get your pizza all plated up, grab your wings, and then don't forget to put on your green onions. And that, my friends, is how you make aromatic Loralora wings and pizza. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching and listening, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.